As a lover of the great outdoors,
I got it. Oh, it's really hot.
I'm particularly passionate about mountains. Dramatic,
I do not want to fall in.
remote,
I'm not going to look down.
romantic. I've travelled away from my desk in London as an anchor and correspondent for CNN to a region known as the Turkish Alps for a taste of the high road and a step into the great unknown.
I'm Christina McFarlane, and this is the next big trip.
The Kackarlar Mountains, south of the misty Black Sea coast in northeastern Turkey. A short flight from Istanbul to Rize airport, and they're easy to reach, contained in one of Turkey's largest national parks. I'm on a road trip to discover the landscape, the food, the people, and the livelihoods of this vastly unspoiled region. And the first stop is Avasor, a small village known locally as a yayla. At 2,400 metres, people only live here in the warmer months, while their livestock can graze on the summer hillsides before the arrival of snow. I'm here to do what most visitors are here to do, and that is to take a hike.
How are we doing? Good?
Good, thank you.
Let's go.
My guide for the day is a man appropriately called Alp.
It's an original old Turkish name. It means brave, hero and soldier. Well, when you think about it, yeah, my name is Alp and we call this region as Caucasian Alps. So this is my zone.
Makes tourists very easy to find you.
Yes.
He takes me for a pretty steep climb under the shadow of the region's second highest peak.
I've spent a lot of time in the Alps, in Europe, and it's a very different look and feel.
Switzerland is also beautiful, but it's not something like that.
No.
The highlands, the villages, the mountains, the view, the climate, it can change in 5 or 10 minutes. You can live 4 seasons in one day.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
He's not wrong. We're surprised by different weather at every twist and turn. But as we reach 2,700 metres, there's another surprise for me.
What is this? Wow, this is stunning.
This is Doba Jelazena,
Doba Jelazena.
the old original name of this lake.
Is it a glacier lake?
Yes,
Yeah? Wow.
and normally we reach here, the local people, we shout at the mountains. Shall we do it together?
Yes.
Yes, are you ready?
Yeah.
You hear
You
that?
can hear it. That's great.
Despite today's temperatures, I decide to brave a quick paddle.
Yes, your first experience here?
Not on a
For
paddleboard,
paddleboard.
but definitely in this setting.
Yes. Oh, it's not cold.
Ooh. Do not want to fall in.
For Alp, these mountains are so much more than just a beautiful view. They provided his salvation.
You know the earthquake in 17th of August 1999 in Istanbul. My family passed away in the earthquake. My father, my mother, my 7-year-old brother and 14-year-old sister. I came 2 days before the earthquake to visit my grandparents. And then we heard that there's an earthquake. So these mountains, they saved me. Okay, let's go.
As well as protecting Alp, this mountain is a haven for lots of nature. In fact, the Kackarlar are one of the world's most biodiverse areas, hosting life of all sizes. In the foothills of the mountains is Arili Kuyu, which means village of the bees.
So we've driven about half an hour up into the hills here, and the whole way lining the route we saw man-made bee houses in trees, on stilts, underneath people's houses, and now we've come to Hassan's bee house and he's going to show us how he harvests his honey. How do I get into this? Ta-da! So Hassan, why are the hives up on stilts like this?
It's so the bears can't climb up.
Bears? How big a bear are we talking here?
Well, the bears around here are quite big. There are two types, brown bears and black bears. If we put this on the ground, the bear would immediately eat it and destroy the hive.
For honeybee keepers like Hassan Kudluata, bears are not the only occupational hazard.
What happens if you don't do this before going up to the hive?
The bees would attack us immediately.
They attack. Come on, Smoke. Chill out. We're coming up. Here we come.
From up here in this cramped position, I learn how to extract the honeycomb.
Pretty impressed that Hassan is just using his bare hands here. I mean, that's a live hive with hundreds, if not thousands, of bees.
While Hassan seems utterly unfazed, the same can't be said for me.
Okay, so now it's my turn to enter the hive. Ooh, they sound very angry. Oh my God. Okay. Genuinely quite scared. I've got a handful of bees, just a handful of bees. Oh, wow. I know I've got a hat on, but it really feels a bit close for comfort.
But it's worth it.
Beautiful. Look how rich that honey is.
I'm cautious in trying some because rumour has it that the honey in this region can have unusual side effects.
It's not like any honey I've tasted before. It's quite bitter. It actually burns a little bit in the back of my throat.
Yes, it burns a lot. It burns your throat as well. There's a substance in it called grayanotoxin.
Are you saying that in here is a bit of dalibal, mad honey, which is hallucinogenic, yes?
There's no hallucination involved. It can cause a bit of dizziness though.
How much would I have to eat to be in danger?
A tablespoon a day is fine.
I stick to his advice and only eat a small amount, but the locals swear by this honey's health benefits. Hassan's mother credits a midnight spoonful for her low blood pressure, despite 11 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren.
I'll just eat this one here. For me. So honey is the cure for everything.
When I'm feeling down, I go to the bees. When I'm stressed or feeling troubled from work or the outside world, I go to the bees. I open the hive, take care of them, and I feel peaceful and happy, and all my stress and troubles disappear.
You know what? I'm jealous. I wish I could disappear in the mountains and take some time for myself. I don't have that in London, so I envy you. Well, in the meantime, can I take this home with me?
Of course, you can take it to England.
It might be a bit heavy in my suitcase, but I will find a way to fit it in. Thank you very much.
It's clear to see why these mountains are so breathtaking, but I'm about to experience a totally different side to the slopes. Daybreak in the Kackarlar Mountains. I'm staying in the Machahel Valley, enjoying a moment of calm before everybody wakes up. We've travelled to Turkey's most northeastern point, a few miles south of the border with Georgia. And I've set my alarm to help prepare breakfast.
Well, we are up early to make some cheese, and for that, we need some milk.
For 17 years, Sevda Iyem has provided hospitality to visitors of her guest house. But none receive as much care as her 4 beloved dairy cows. and they've allowed me to join them for a morning milking.
Come, sit here. Look, do it this way.
Not too hard? I feel like it's hard. Better? Okay, show me.
If you don't milk her quickly, the milk goes back up, because these cows aren't used to being milked slowly.
My hands just aren't strong enough.
Wow. That is incredible.
Better leave this to the experts now.
Next is what we do with the milk, and for that, I am more than ready.
It's so heavy.
This is a lot of milk. How much cheese are we going to be making with this?
About 5 kilos of cheese will come out of it.
How many days will that feed your guests for?
1 week. At most 1 week. Because cheese is popular.
Depends on the guests, right? If it's me, it'll be gone in 2 days.
Sevda steps me through the process to make a local pressed cheese called chichil. First, we heat the milk to just below boiling point. Next, there is a special machine to separate the cream.
This is a very old machine. I'm 47 years old and I've seen this machine all my life. Come, you spin it too. But you have to keep up with this pace.
It's a lot of cheese. I thought of elbow grease.
I'm already tired. And in this region, the women are the ones who make the cheese, who milk the cows, who do this every morning. Women are tough.
Look what I made! A whole bucket of cream. It's like my dream.
Time to heat it up again so that it becomes stringy.
I'm just in cheese heaven.
And then we need to press out any remaining liquid.
Come, come. You need to put your hands in this.
Here we go.
Don't say I didn't tell you it's hot.
Oh, it's really hot. It's hot. Here we go. Oh, look at that.
The cheese just needs salt and will be ready to serve. Sevda makes 16 kinds of different cheese, some local specialities, and some, remarkably, are recipes of her own invention, like some sort of cheese wizard.
Oh, it's delicious. That one's really strong. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to go to sleep after this. Do you enjoy people's reactions when they taste your food?
I love it. I love that they enjoy it so much. So it's a very nice feeling. I've never had anyone say they didn't like the food.
One thing that strikes you here in the Kackarlar Mountains is not just the incredible views, it's the hospitality and the kindness of the people here. I feel very fortunate to be a guest in Sevda's house.
I've eaten my body weight in dairy, and now it's time to find a way to burn off those calories, and I think the mountains have just the solution. An annual mountain bike competition has attracted dozens of athletes from across Turkey and nearby countries like Iran and Kazakhstan. All here to take on the unforgiving contours of these perilous slopes.
This course is crazy. It's so steep, there's so much mud, rocks, and added to that, look at this fog. They can barely see where they're going. The weather keeps changing so quickly.
I'd originally thought I'd like to join them, but having seen the conditions,
There is no way I'm doing this.
I may not have what it takes to take on the pros, but I'm thrown a lifeline. Turkish champion Hamza Kansis normally trains the national team, but today he's agreed to give me some pointers.
After you, I follow you.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming.
Do not swear, just keep going. All right.
Hamza's taken pity on me for today's lesson and brought us electric bikes. Significantly easier, but still a challenge.
Okay. Hanging on.
Bravo! Come here.
Oh man, this is steep.
I'm definitely a novice, but I do start to get to grips with it.
Very nice.
A bit like coming down a black run when you're skiing. I did it! Way! Survived!
Perfect, Christina.
Yeah?
And by the end of my lesson, I even managed to bunny hop.
Funny up, we try. Look at me.
Oh!
Yeah.
I cannot do that. All right, let's try.
Well, kind of. Being on wheels definitely adds a sense of adrenaline to handling the Kackkar Mountains. I'm learning that if you want to experience this region, you have to take to its extremes. Extreme weather, extreme terrain, even extreme sport. And coming up, I try to capture what it's like for people living amongst these extreme conditions. I'm travelling through the narrow mountain passes of Turkey's Kackkar region for dazzling views and breathtaking nature. My journey started in Rize, and I've made steady progress eastward to reach Shavshat on the border with Georgia. Here I'm rewarded with clear blue skies and a crumbling slice of history. My guide Hussein Kesimal has brought me to the Tibeti church, a medieval Georgian monastery, and unusually for the region, it's made from stone.
Wow.
So the Tibeti church is built 9th century by the King Ashut Ko. But it wasn't easy to find the stones, especially like around here. That, as you see, there is no any stones, mostly like the forest. He bring the stones from out of the Shavshat.
Let's go and have a little look around, shall we?
Let's.
I don't think I've ever been in a building as old as the 9th century before. You do get a sense of just how magnificent the original building would have been.
Over the years, this church has been used by several denominations of Christianity, but later it was also repurposed as a prayer space for Islam. Now, although largely collapsed, it's a place to connect with my own God.
A little light for travellers everywhere.
Yes.
Cheesy, huh?
Cheesy.
Our journey continues. And from a church made of stone to a mosque made of wood.
Wow, Hussein, this is incredible. Look at the colours.
They built 1850 by the local people. Those times when they built the mosque, it wasn't really easy to find, especially the colors. The colors was like super luxury things.
Yeah. So where do the colours come from?
So they try to make from the natural roots, like from the trees and the plant roots. They get the colors.
Wow. Hussein tells me that this structure was built using traditional carpentry techniques, interlocking pieces of chestnut wood and not a single nail. It's typical of a region that lives in harmony with nature and makes me feel like I've gone back in time. Celebrating traditional ways of life in the Kackkars is photographer Murat Gungut. His body of work reflects a people who are earthy, tough, and rooted in the past.
Merhaba, hoş geldin.
Christina, so nice to meet you. I'm excited to get started. Tell me, why have you brought us to this village?
Maden köyü.
Mardin village, which used to be called Bazgaret, is the most authentic village in this region. All the houses are wooden. The people living here are from Georgian descent, and from a photographer's perspective, this culture is very appealing.
Now, I am only good at taking bad photos for Instagram, so I need your help. Let's get started, shall we? Yeah?
Gidelim.
Okay.
Makineni alabilirsin.
Thank you.
First of all, before taking any photos, we need to greet our subjects. When we talk to them, we establish a connection.
So what is the goal of this photo shoot? What do we want to walk away with today?
People's faces here are very characterful. I want us to tell the story of what life is like here.
Kristina.
Let's shoot in that direction, with the light behind us. The colours and tones will come out very nicely.
Okay.
Oh, very good.
Can you also include the mountains a bit? Let's put the camera at a wide angle.
Okay, it's all about the zoom. Okay, I think I got it. You can be truthful with me. You can tell me if it's rubbish.
No, it's really good.
I hope you like them. I hope I've done you justice.
Now time for a spot of potato digging.
I have to pay attention. Yes.
Let's take a portrait shot.
I got it. I got it.
Mükemmel.
Perfect. I think it's very good for your first time.
That's a nice shot. Because I want to capture his essence, because he's a very jovial, fun person, he seems to be. So that's what I was trying to capture.
Zeynep teyze merhaba.
Hello Zeynep, how are you?
Nasılsın? Bir
We
fotoğraf
would like to take a photo if that's okay.
Okay. Zoom.
Aslan. Okay, biraz kafayı
Raise the head a little, like this.
Yeah.
You are now a good portrait photographer.
Very good. It's very good. Let me show you. Very beautiful. So how do you think I did? What's the verdict?
Fotoğrafta altın
There's a
oran
concept
bir
called the
var.
golden ratio in photography. It's where we place the person or subject. You placed her in it without me even telling you. It was a very successful photo. Congratulations. It was perfect for a first try.
Thank you so much. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved this experience.
I think you should take one of me now.
Some of my shots are a little out of focus, but it was wonderful to hang out with Murat in a place so remote in both space and time. My trip to the Turkish Alps is drawing to a close. It's been filled with adventure,
Bravo.
hospitality, and stunning vistas.
The feeling you're left with when you've travelled through a landscape like this is a sense of wonder and awe. I know it sounds cliche, but you can't help but gawp at the landscape around you that changes by the minute with weather conditions at this altitude. But I think the thing I will remember the most from this trip is the people. Resilient, hard-working and generous. It's been a pleasure spending time with them.